Hey guys, Fourth Camel EDV. I'm going to do the install video tonight for the Minimalist cargo rack on the Yamaha T7. It is not a new product, but we do have 25 here, so I just wanted to update the video. I like when we have clean bikes in the shop, I like to do videos just to keep them as current as they can be. So no changes to the kit, no changes to the bike that really affect anything install-wise, but nice shiny bike, so we want to update it. Installs pretty straightforward. You will need a drill and an 8mm drill bit or a 5/16 bit, and just basic hand tools. Shouldn't take you more than an hour to do. We'll get at it. So in your kit is the plate itself. We have a fastener pack here, a bunch of different stuff, some countersunk washers. We've got our spacers here, and then we've got our coupler nuts and a step drill bit. So we're going to pop the seat off first, set it aside, and then we've got the black Allen head bolts here. There's 5 of them. They're 4mm Allens. We're going to pop those out. So just a little F around and find out. If you leave your key, if you get in the habit of leaving your key in the seat latch, there's a very high likelihood that you or someone else will walk by, bump it, and snap it off in here. I haven't done it personally. I've absolutely seen it happen and been stuck on the trail because somebody doesn't have a key to start their bike. So after you take the seat off, if it's going to be off for a minute, whatever, take your key out so that doesn't accidentally happen. So after we have these 5 out, we're going to come underneath, and there's a bolt here, same on the other side, and then up here there's plastic push pins. So a little hard to get this one, but we're going to take a screwdriver, 30 Torx or an 8mm hex. So just give these a quarter turn and you can pull them out. Stop. And then these guys. And then same on the other side. And then same situation here. That guy a twist. And then these are largely held on by push pins now, so just grab it right here. Give that a pull, and then give it a pull from the top and bottom same time. Get your fingers in here like this. I hate the way they did this. Man, just give me a bolt. So this is really annoying. These stupid push pins. It's not going to take very long before these are all broken off. I wish this just would have been a bolt on like it was on the previous generation. I'm aware that these tabs were breaking off on the older generation bike, but these aren't much better, unfortunately. So same deal over here. Grab this from the bottom, give that a pop, and then grab it up front. Here. Ugh, gross. And then this happens more often than not for me, is one of these rubber donuts will come out, and it's just this guy here. So yeah, just make sure that hasn't bounced across the shop floor before you lose it. Africa Twin has a bunch of these. I went around with crazy glue and just on the back side of that flange there, put some glue, stuck them all in. That seems to really help. When you reinstall them, give them a shot of silicone or even just spitting on them. They go in a lot easier, and then you don't roll that rubber donut out. So there's a bolt here and another one on the other side. We'll pop those out. We'll set these aside. You can slide the back section off. So I think this changed in 24. These used to be PEM nuts, and now these are nuts that are actually tack welded in here. So this is a PEM nut. So this is just a really hard insert that has little serrated teeth on it that gets pressed into sheet metal so you have threads. So because this is only a couple millimeters thick, like maybe even 1.5 mm, it's not very thick, there's no way you would get enough threads in there to actually hold anything. So they have to either weld nuts on there or press PEM nuts in. So on the other bike, so you're going to take this black bolt out of the bag here. It's just black oxide. We intentionally did that so it stood out from the rest of the fasteners. And then you're going to come under here. You're going to take these two out. You're going to thread this in and smack it with a hammer, which is going to drive the PEM nuts up and out. But if you have a newer bike and they are tack welded nuts, that doesn't work very well. They don't pop out the same way. So we're just going to put a socket on here and twist these ones off after we take the bolts out from the bottom. So like I mentioned, if you have a I want to say 24 this change. So if you have a 23 and older, you're going to thread this bolt in and you're going to smack it with a hammer until the insert comes out. And then you're going to remove the insert, pull the bolt out, and then go to the other side and do it. Again, this one, we're going to grab a socket and just twist these off. So these are 13s, so we're just going to put a ratchet on them and twist them till they break. And that's the nut coming off there. So these are also called projection nuts in some applications. So I'm using a longer ratchet here than I normally would, just because I have to put a bit into this. Just be careful when your bike is on the side stand, just be careful, or bike stand, just make sure you don't pull it off because they do take a little bit of a pop to get these out. And you can toss those in the garbage. So with those popped out, we're going to take the back piece of plastic, put it back on, and then we're going to run a drill bit up from the bottom to mark our holes. So we're going to put in the black button heads here with the spacers or collars just to make sure everything's centered. 5/16 drill bit. So try and keep the bit straight in the hole and not wandering off one way or another. When you put a 5/16 bit in there, if you move it, you can feel it can go a few different directions. Do your best to get it centered. So when I put this in here, it could be all the way here, it could be all the way there or there. Just figure out, right, like figure out the range of motion and then kind of in the middle, just do that. And same over here. Just make sure it's not all cockeye. And then we have these two holes here that we're working with. So now that the holes are drilled, we're going to take the back piece off again. So just the 3 button heads here. Again, make sure you don't lose the collars. They're tiny, they go flying. There's already a couple lost in the bike that I'll have to disassemble to find them. So some people have asked, because we've had this product out for quite a while, some people have asked why we don't have a template that sits here. We've noticed on some of the bikes that the plastic doesn't fit the same, that these holes don't necessarily line up perfectly symmetrically on here. So even if you come straight up, sometimes these holes aren't exactly in the same spot. So we're just trying to make this as easy as we can for you with this, just to get everything aligned, and this seems to be the best way to do it. So in your kit, we have the coupling washers here. This is the parts pack. There's 2 standard flat washers in here. Pull those out. And then in your kit, there's a bunch of different bolts here, different lengths and things. So to make this kit compatible with the other parts that we have, like the soft luggage plates and the Camel tank, we put in a few different bolts here. So if you just have a tail tidy, then you're going to grab the shorter of the socket head bolts. These are socket heads. And then in here, there are some flat socket caps. We're going to use those later, but for now we're going to use these. These with the M8 flat washers. So if you don't have our tail tidy, you're just going to install that bolt like that. If you do have our tail tidy, there is the second washer here, the bigger one, and just make sure that you get that centered over the collar that is coming through the tail tidy. As explained in the tail tidy video, just to make sure that this thing isn't rocking and rolling. Make sure this is nice and tight like it's supposed to be. So I'm going to put a dab of blue on here. Yep. Don't need much. I'm going to put the bolt up from the bottom. And then on our coupler nut here, there is a hex on one side and it's round on the other. Put the hex to the top, spin this onto the M8 bolt that we put up from the bottom. And like I said, if you have one of our tail tidies, just make sure you get that washer in the right spot. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Up from the bottom, hex on top. So just give those washers on the bottom a wiggle to make sure they're centered. And what I mean by that is that these bigger washers here aren't sitting all cockeyed. If they are, then your tail tidy will wiggle, and that vibration will eventually cause it to crack, so that's no good. So we're going to take our step bit and we're going to take our rear plastic and we're going to drill to 20 mil. These guys are 19, the coupler nuts are. So we're going to do 20, and if 20 is not quite enough, we'll do 22. So we're going to slide this guy back on. So we need to put this loop over this tab here. And then with our coupler nuts sticking out here, and our holes are all lined up well, so we're in good shape. So we're going to put our button heads back in here for the last time. So we're going to put our side panels back on. Again, shot of silicone. I'm going to be putting a decal kit on here, so I'm not going to use silicone because then the decals won't stick. So literally just a little bit of spit on here goes a long way. And our top button head here. And then we're going to put in our pop rivet again and a regular bolt. So with that done, we're going to take our long flathead bolts and countersunk washers and our spacers. And we're going to set the spacers in this pocket here. Get the bolt in, just get that started, and then same thing on the other side. So we're going to leave this a little bit loose so we can wiggle it in here to get our top mounting holes in. So in your kit, there's some M8 by 16 bolts and flat countersunk washers, or countersunk, not flat, just countersunk. Dab of blue, dab of blue. And we had to leave the lower bolts loose so we could make sure we get these lined up properly. It's a good idea when you're installing any part to get all the fasteners started first and then start snugging things up. So just give this a little wiggle, make sure everything is kind of centered, and then you can snug all this stuff up. That's it, we're wrapped up. That is the install for the Camel EDV Minimalist rack on the back of a Yamaha T7. If you have any questions, as always, info@camel-adv. Thank you for watching.